Welcome to another video. I'm your boy NarikChase. In this video, I'm going to give you my top 10 things I want to see in a Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver remake. Now, when I say remake, I don't mean a HD remake. I want actual overhaul. I'm talking about, I want graphics, gameplay, I want all of that stuff bumped up. But this video is going to be listing my top 10 things that I would like to see in this remake. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it in. Coming in at number 10, of course, I would like to see Soul Reaver be played from a third-person perspective. Yes, the game is a third-person perspective, but I want the third-person over-the-shoulder. A lot of great games that I have with third-person over-the-shoulder mechanics include Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Gears of War series, Batman, Arkham, like all of these great games. But anyways, I think the game would benefit a whole lot if they would go ahead and just make the camera over the shoulder. It would be great for the camera direction, it'd be great for the actual gameplay of like fighting certain enemies, and if you're using the Soul Reaver for like aiming and stuff like that. So I think it could work as third person over the shoulder game. And if not actual third person over the shoulder, then keep it at the third person game with better controls, because I think that will help work it out a lot. But given what we've seen in the game, more specific like Tomb Raider, I think it would work as an over the shoulder game, especially when it comes to, like, again, combat, aiming, platforming. I think all of that could potentially work out for the best. Coming in at number 9, big sectional gameplay. Now, a lot of great games have this, where you have not an open world where it's just one big setting. No, they have sections. It's an open world with sections that are really big. Dragon Age Inquisition has it, Borderlands, the new God of War, Tomb Raider. I think that this game could benefit from just having a massive open world sections that allows for a lot of platforming, the exploration, the look and scope of different areas, emphasize the actual designs for them, as well as the whole overall setting. And I like Soul Reaver because it is one of my favorite video games, and I would love for them to flesh out the world a bit more. Coming in at number 8, I definitely would like to see a skill tree, because I think that this game, especially with the focus on combat, could actually benefit from it. Handling of the Soul Reaver, how you consume souls, what souls you can and cannot consume, because I feel like if they're weaker souls at earlier stages in the game, you should be able to consume them, and for more stronger souls, you can't. You kind of have to work your way up. I would think that would be an interesting dynamic to kind of roll with, because it does show progression of the character as well as the experience of the player. His strength, his speed, his counter, how he jumps, glides, and for some of the various magical abilities such as his binding and be able to manipulate the Soul Reaver, whether it's slashing as a sword or firing off magical blast. I think that could benefit from a skill tree as well. But I personally would say like physical attributes, utilizing the Soul Reaver, and then other ones utilizing other magical talents and stuff like that, such as consumption as well as the magical blast and things like that, outside of the use of the Soul Reaver, which could work for handling, close combat, long range combat. Coming in at number 7, we need better NPCs. We need other non-playable characters that are memorable, that interact with Raziel more. Yes, there were some in the game, but it's not like you can just walk up and talk to a bunch of different people in these cities. What if you end up coming across a person's house who's being attacked by vampires? You save that person's family and you interact with that person. Maybe that person can help give you potions, insightful information, or it can tell you where a certain weapon is. Really, the only people that you remember pretty much is the narrator, Raziel, Kain, Duma, Terrell, and I think it was either 2 or 3 more of the bosses, the spider, the water, as well. I think it was a beastly one too. And also it will show that this isn't really just a war between Kain and Raziel. It actually shows how other people are being affected, and I think that would feed more and make the gameplay more immersive. Coming in at number 6, we do need side missions in this game. There are a lot of things that you can do in this game. It goes back to what my point was about NPCs. More NPCs equals a lot more opportunities for side missions. Maybe there's an artifact that you can find to help you in your fights, or help other people, rescue someone from danger, stop vampires from killing someone, or overtaking the town or something like that. Potentially finding like tombs or something, or a chest with valuable treasure in it, or a chest with weapons and armor and things like that to help Raziel on his journey. Potentially learn more about what's going on in the world. So we definitely need more side missions, especially if we could expand this to big sectionalized worlds. Maybe there's another vampire that's trying to be like Kain that isn't directly linked to him, and that's trying to become something, and you take him out before he gets the chance. So definitely need more side missions. Coming in at number 5, we definitely need more content. Yes, there's a bit more information that's concerning the world that we get to learn about how the vampires were oppressing humanity, and the story between Raziel and Kain, and how Kain comes to power. But we need more information. I would love to walk inside a house, perhaps find some bodies in there of a family that was struggling against the onslaught against vampires, and you get to read what their last days were like in a journal or a note or a letter, or you find like a medallion, some collectibles like that, perhaps an artifact knife or something, or artifact pouch or something like that. I think that the series could potentially benefit if they had unlockable content such as that. Perhaps whether it's money, perhaps whether it's experience, perhaps whether it's weaponry. Just give us information concerning the world. Even have like skins and stuff for Raziel, whether it be his decayed, dead look to him, or have content such as a undead look before he died again. Coming in at number 4, we do need a more complex combat system. There are a variety of different enemies in this game, and there should be a variety of different ways to take them on. For the more brutish big ones, yes, speed might be a necessity, as well as some counter moves. For more of the faster ones, use maybe long range attacks to take them out. For those who just come in swiping, you have to use more of a counter system, as well as physical hand-to-hand combat. Combat system needs to be more sophisticated, more complex, especially when it comes to more of the boss battles, because the boss battles are pretty cool, but the problem with the boss battles are they're pretty simple. Duma is probably one of my favorite characters, but all his thing is you lead him to this one area and you set him on fire. You have the water guy, all you do is shoot out the windows and then the sunlight kills him. Coming in at number 3, definitely like to have more dialogue based options. So if I'm talking to someone, regardless if it's a bad guy, regardless if it's just an NPC, or just regardless who or whatever it is, just definitely need to be able to have a bit more conversation between the characters. Give Raziel a bit more personality. Yes, we know the guy's a badass. Yes, we kind of feel sorry for him because I got thrown in some water and he died. But flesh out the character a little bit more through some dialogue options, whether he becomes a smartass, whether he comes off as a jackass, whether he come off as just being generous. Like, it would be awesome, because I think also that would make not only the character more interactive, but again, the world more interactive. Coming in at number 2, definitely need better graphics. This is 2018. Go ahead and bump up them visuals, especially with the way we have, again, like the sectionals and the different characters and the different types of enemies and the cinematics. There's no reason why we should not bump this game up. Just like this, it looks freaking nice, you know. It doesn't have to be the most realistic Final Fantasy based game or Until Dawn or something like that, but that actually is a nice look. So I would not mind having better visuals, of course, when it comes to the characters, the modeling, the texture, the environment, and the lighting and stuff like that. But also I want to see really good, highly detailed cinematics. That's like a giving that they would do that. And they're not, they're kind of dicks at this point. And coming in at number 1, and out of all the things that I probably could have thought of better, I decided to go with this, branching paths. I would definitely like to see branching paths in this game for the more abilities that you that Raziel acquires. he can either take this path to get to a certain boss, or take this path to get to a certain area, or if he doesn't want to fight a bunch of creatures or something, take this path, or if he would prefer to fight these creatures, take that path. And I think that again will just go back to the sectionalized, the big large sectionalized environments, as well as exploration, the unlockables, and the variety of enemies. Definitely would be a great idea to have these branching paths. And even fighting some of the bosses, you could potentially have branching ways to take those out. Like, say if you want to fight Duma again, you set him on fire, or you can actually have a one-on-one with this dude, or potentially have another method of fighting him. You got another one with a guy that was in the water. You can take it, you can kill him by shooting up the windows out and burning to death with the sunlight, or potentially have to fight him underwater. You potentially have a fight with the boss hand to hand, or potentially have a fight with the boss with the Soul Reaver, or potentially have them utilize your magical abilities depending on the boss. There are just so many different ways they can go with the branching paths, regardless of its confrontations with bosses or the exploration of the environment itself. Even with the story, there are branching paths that you could take to possibly change it. Maybe not kill the other vampires, but get them on your team, or uniting humans in the game to fight the oppressors, or you become a dick yourself and start oppressing the people. So there's different ways that you can go about doing this. And hell, I just thought about something that'd be even cooler. What if Raziel can infect other humans and make his own vampires? That'd be pretty cool too. Another branching path towards the gameplay. There's just a lot that they can do with the branching paths in this game. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what's going on this channel, as well as remember, guys, Tuesdays and Thursdays we put up videos. Stay tuned for those, and definitely catch you guys later. Peace out.